Or you can alternatively light a flare. So yeah, I'm gonna light a flare. Perfect. And as you can see, we just got the well-fed bonus. So what this means is that we can carry 5 kilos more. And also we get a tiny bit more extra health. We just have to make sure that we don't go into starvation mode. Otherwise we'll lose the bonus right away. Which means we shall have to consume some food. And eating meat makes you thirsty. Alright, let me give Great Mother some more sticks. So conditions don't seem to be too bad right now. Oh, actually, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, so let's see, 30... Can I take any back? I can, okay, look at that. That will be 8.58 out of 12, so we're about 2/3 of the way through. But yes, also, similar to the food, you can't take back... What? Oh, bloody hell, why am I allowed to take all the rotten stuff? Okay, I was a little bit too generous to Grey Mother, never mind. But yes, once you meet the goal, you can't take back the goodies. Alright, since it's a bit cold, I'm not gonna venture too far. I will go into a credit union to open up the safety deposit box. Usually those contain some good stuff. So let's say it was 13.
What have we here?
Okay, that's useful. That's useful. There is a final one, which is 15, I believe. Yeah. Everything else is empty. Other than 15. That is a story-related one. Anyway, we have... Yeah, so the safe deposit boxes are done. The balaclava is actually very useful. 1.8, 1.3. Really nice. Really nice. And eventually we'll replace this one with the rabbit skin hat. And this one with the rabbit skin mitts. But on the meantime, that's in poor condition. Yeah, this is not worth it. Too heavy. Compared to the gloves. Yeah, not much benefit. I mean, I could repair it, but not really worth it. Like I said before, we're going to replace that with the rabbit skin mitts anyway. Everything else is decent. And there you go. What else is there? So let's see. Right, so we need to snare a rabbit. Yeah, let's see. Where did this... There is a spot where the bunnies spawn. Let me drop the gear off and we'll pick up the snare that we made. So you could spend a lot of time just snaring bunnies and whatnot. And it is possible to survive for a long time. Effectively indefinitely. As long as you have enough snares. But it's not what I would consider to be a worthwhile enterprise. Ah, I already had the snare. Bloody hell. Okay, but let's drop off anything that we may not need. I don't need that many cloths. Okay, let's see. The gloves go, and yeah, this scarf. So we could go up to the pond and set up a snare over there, but like I said, bringing back meat down that narrow path is a bit dangerous. So what I'll do instead is we'll come over here, because there is a spot right near that stump where the bunnies spawn. So do that, and we'll set this up here. So in order to snare a bunny, you don't actually physically... The bunny doesn't have to physically hit the snare. It's just a question of probability. So there's a chance every so often that a bunny will get snared. It's good enough. And there's really no need for us to pick up all this stuff, but not gonna hurt. There's a wolf, okay, perfect. It is really cold and really windy. Yeah, that's over there. So I'm gonna leave the snare there. It will eventually do its work. But what we should do is pick up enough sticks to give us the next mission. So let me spend a bit of time picking up sticks. I don't know if I've been just extremely unlucky, but I just haven't been able to find a pry bar. I'm sure you're supposed to find one at some point. There's a good chance the wolves can spawn over on that side as well. It is getting a bit cold. You know what, let's go up to the church. I'm feeling adventurous. Feeling slightly adventurous. And there's usually a lot of sticks over in the woodlot over there. So there's a number of woodlots scattered throughout the map. So you got the one south of the gas station, the one leading up to the farm, and then you got one over here. So they're usually good spots for sticks. That's a wolf right there in the distance. So yeah, this is kind of wolf central as well, so you need to be very careful in this area. Although there are, the first time you come through, you should find a nice bunch of collectibles. Okay, 2 wolves. So I might inspect wood lot later on, but yeah, there's a bit of wood here. It's a bit risky. There's another bit of wood over there as well, I think. Those don't refresh, so the first time you come through will be the only time that you find this thing. So we'll pick this up and we'll go back home. We didn't find too many sticks, unfortunately. That's fine.
Can't feel my feet.
Yeah, let's go back. It's too cold right now. It's a bit too cold. And we'll go back down the stealth route, because it's usually better to come this way than to go up there. Is that? That's a branch. So these branches actually respawn automatically. And you will need a tool, something like a hatchet or a hacksaw in order to get the firewood. But it does take a lot of time. I find that it's really worth the time. It's better to go and collect coals or stuff like that. But yes, if you come down here, you can avoid the wolf that spawns over on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna get a bit cold, unfortunately. So as long as you're not carrying meat, you should be fine to come this way. You can still run into a wolf, but usually be on the other side. And if you know what you're doing, you kind of skirt around the wolves anyway, so... Even if one is chasing you, you can come up here and just get into the house. It's okay. So you come up here. That's the only way you can get up to the rear side. Okay, I'll give it about 10. How many is that? 10.2. So 10 sticks seems to equal about an hour.
Goddamn freezing.
Alright, is it a good thing for me to just give her a stick? Yeah, I'll give her one seed, one firewood. That should be enough. Yeah, we're recovering temperature. Okay, not quite. 11.83 are you? You annoying git. Okay, now I have to do that now. Although, not a good idea to do it when it's cold. That's fine, we'll accept a bit of damage. Whatever is necessary in order to get that bloody quest done. Okay, yep. Definitely too early for that to catch anything. Of course. So it's okay, no need to be too afraid. Wolves aren't gonna charge you right away. Just have to be mindful of shelter. If you can find somewhere to shelter like a car or a building, then you're fine. So that's 2 sticks. Maybe a couple more? I'll go through the rear entrance. It's unlikely that the sticks have respawned, but you never know, right? Yeah, they haven't. So the wolves usually make a beeline for you. Okay, so it's lost sight of me. Done. Done. Return to Grey Mother. There you go. She has enough supplies. Now, the thing that she'll do is she'll tell us to give her more food. There'll be a side quest that directs us to give her more food, but this is the basic supplies that she needs. Now, when we speak to her... Oh, yes.
On the way into town, there was an old man. Glasses, big beard, walking stick. He seemed a little odd.
Doesn't sound like anyone from Milton. Most of the elderly have gone. Or died. I'm the only one left. The only one from the old days.
Have you been able to remember anything else about that night? Anything that might help me find my friend?
I'm back in that night. Wind howling. Voices passing through town. I can hear them. Just outside the window. It's windy, but the voices carry. They are yelling. Her voice, it passes through town. She's running. She's alone, calling for help. But no one comes.
Why didn't anyone help her?
Yes. Why didn't they? They should have found her before it was too late.
Anything else you can remember might help.
They said men came from the tunnel.
What about the tunnel?
The only way out of Milton. The only way through the mountains. It's the only way she could have gone.
The old man outside of town, Methuselah, he said he'd seen other people walking towards Milton.
Other outsiders? It's possible.
Where would they be? Maybe my friend was with them.
If they were outsiders, they might have stayed in the old schoolhouse. In the months after the quakes, people used to huddle there for the warmth of the school's old coal burner. Rare outsider coming through Milton might stay there the night. If your friend came through Milton, chances are she ended up there.
Okay, so that's gonna direct us back to the tunnel. Unfortunately, you have to come back and speak to her before you can actually access the tunnel, or you can actually look into the bus. And the people who came back to town must have been the convicts. And of course, the people who burned down the schoolhouse were also the convicts. So yes, investigate the tunnel. Right, we're gonna wait for the bunny to be snared. And let's see. Okay, so we have to make our way back down to the gas station. Unfortunately, you can't expect the bus until you speak to grandmother. Actually, let's make sure that we have enough warmth. I'll do about half an hour. Oh shit. That was a little bit too early. May have. Yeah, was a little bit too early. Oh well. So that's unsafe water. The problem is that you can only tell it's unsafe if you click on it. It's very easy to drink it by mistake. So make sure that you keep it separate from your normal usable supply. Okay, so there shouldn't be much for us to do. Then put away this for the time being. Note to carry 3, only 2 will... The game is messing with me. Alright, let me leave it. Yeah, let me leave the lantern. We'll pick them up later on. There will be a time when we need them. But that's not yet. Alright, there should be a very quick trip down to the gas station and then onto the tunnel again. Worst case scenario, I left a bit of water at the gas station. And the conditions actually improved quite a lot. Okay, so maybe we don't need to worry. So yes, the weather tends to change around dawn, sunset, and midday and midnight. So those are the times when the weather might change drastically. That's something I've just noticed through observation. But we just went past midday and the weather got much better than it used to be. As you can see. And because we're so light, we can actually move very quickly. A very quick trip down to the gas station and then onto the tunnel. And because we looted everything on the southern area, we should just be able to come back right away. Unless we happen to run into another deer. Okay, there's a deer there. It's not being chased by anybody. In the center of the screen. That usually means that the wolves haven't spawned on this side. So yes, the location of the wolves is not always set. There is a good chance that they might not be here. But let's quickly check things out over here. There should be a few sticks as well. Well, would you believe that there's a wolf? Okay, if I crouch, there's a good chance he won't detect me. Because we want the deer, we want the wolf to be chasing the deer, not us. So as long as we're behind it, we should be okay. Now, I'm gonna chase that wolf. If it does get the deer, then I will scare it off. Oh, there's a bunny. Okay, so that wolf is going for the bunny. The other one is going for the deer. That's fine. And you can follow the tracks as well. So the deer went that way and the wolf followed it. Yeah, they went back into town. Oh, he got it. He actually got it. I didn't hear the sound. Right, look at that, 8.7 kilos. Now, I don't have enough fuel. Yeah, I don't have enough fuel for a fire here. It is warm enough. Bloody hell, so much luck today. So we'll have to come back, but that corpse will preserve for a little while. If you leave the corpse be, then it will take a couple of days for it to despawn, together with all the meat and everything it has. But if you do harvest it before that happens, then what will happen is that you'll be able to use the meat, even if it's gone rotten. I may have left a bit of fuel at the gas station. Yeah, let me do that. Let me do a wide circle. So we'll go down here, pick up any sticks. Then we'll hit the tunnel and then hit the gas station and come back here and go back to town. So it was good that I checked this out. And you can hear the crows there. That's for the corpse at the tunnel.
What happened here?
I think Mackenzie's experiencing deja vu. It's not like I haven't been here, right? It's not like I haven't been here. Come on, game. So now we can actually look inside. You put out my torch. Game, you put out my torch. Screw you. Okay, fine. Anyway, because we spoke to Great Mother, now we're able to look inside. Which is a bit of a cheesy thing, to be honest. Okay, it is still... It's quite bright, so I should be able to use the magnifying lens to start a fire. If I have enough sticks. So I'm gonna need enough fuel for a few hours at least. Because even with the improvised knife, it will still take a few hours to get all the meat off that deer. Now pick up any fuel that are left over in at the gas station. The bunnies may have regenerated already. Okay, it's turning grey. Oh, my what? Where's my mag lens? What? Oh, I don't have a mag lens. What the hell happened? Didn't I pick it up? This is strange. This is really strange. I'm seriously confused right now. And also Methuselah is gone. Together with his infinite fire, unfortunately. Okay, so I'll definitely have to go back, because my torch went out. And I'm kind of concerned that my magnifying lens has disappeared. Surely I didn't put it away. I wouldn't have dropped it. We have a few hours of daylight left. We can't get the meat. But I'm kind of concerned that my mag lens is gone. Ah, that is definitely not something that was supposed to happen. Oh wait, there's crows there. Oh, okay, this is a scripted event. So this is meant to teach you how to scare wolves away from corpses. So yes, this is scripted. You can also do this. You can also use the flare gun. So yes, this is scripted. Yes, so you can also point a weapon at it. Yeah, that's frozen, so that doesn't give you much meat. Unlike say the fresh carcass that we got then. So I'll come back for that. So yes, corpses will freeze when it's cold. Yeah, it probably is cold enough to freeze stuff. Let me quickly check something. Did I not pick up the mag lens? Surely not. Surely I picked it up. That's 15, which is part of the story. I definitely picked it up. Okay, now conditions have really got down the hill. Yep, windy like hell, -1 despite our clothing. Yeah, not much chance I can keep a fire going. So we may have to come back tomorrow. But I'm kind of worried about my mag lens there. What? Oh. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell, game. Oh yes, there's a bit of a reward. Because we provided her with enough firewood and food as she wanted, she's given us a bit of a reward.
I must be losing my mind. Smells like food cooking in here.
It's been a while since Grey Mother had anyone to make meals for. Please, take some soup before you go.
Thank you. That's really very kind.
Did you find it?
It was there, like you said.
And your friend?
No sign of her. The tunnel's blocked. Looks like maybe an avalanche. But I think she got through before that happened.
If the tunnel is blocked, that's the end for Grey Mother.
So the tunnel is the only way through the mountains?
No. Not the only way through, but my only way through.
She was there at the tunnel. At the bus. I'm sure of it.
You think she passed through the tunnel?
I'm not sure. But she was there. She left me a sign. A word. Perseverance.
A word from the old days. Why would she write that?
She's telling me she won't give up.
Or maybe reminding you not to.
Why write such a long name, though? It has to mean something more.
Why? Because you mean so much to her?
Because she wrote it in blood.
I seem to recall a town somewhere up north, far. What was it called? That's it. Perseverance Mills. Old logging and mill town used to be an important place. Now it's mostly dead, like Milton. Maybe she's pointing you there.
Perseverance Mills. How do I get there?
By car, before the quakes, when the roads were clear.
Looks like I'm on foot.
That will be a long road.
I'm starting to get pretty worried about my friend.
There's only one thing left to be done. You need to put her to rest.
Put her to... I'm not giving up yet.
I remember something. A farmhouse on the other side of town. That night, the memories are confused, but somehow I remember the farmhouse. You'll find a key to a safety deposit box somewhere in there. Go to the bank and bring me the box that matches the key. Then you'll understand what happened to her.
Wait. Farm? Bank? What's this have to do with my friend?
They left her, didn't they? She needed help, and they let her go. This is how we make it right.
I don't understand.
In the bank, you'll find the answers. Now go.
Alright, so that should now allow us to access the farm. Okay, there you go. So, Astrid was bleeding apparently when she left. That's something I forgot to mention. So yes, that was written in blood. Alright, so we have to go to the farmhouse. We should now be able to access it, which is over here. So we've covered the southern area. We've covered the eastern area, other than the northern area. Yes, so we have to do the northern area, we have to do the western area. But we've been to the farm, we just haven't been able to access the farmhouse itself. And yes, she made us some homemade soup, which is quite good. And it's also something you can warm up, so it's hot. So yes, things that you can warm up actually show you the indicator whether it's cold or hot. So in this case, that's hot soup. That's a lot of food, and I think it gives you quite a lot of hydration as well. So it's for the weight, it's amazing. Anyway, fortunately, that's a once-off thing. You can't get that again. Right. So let's see. Yes, there's a bit of meat, but enough sticks. 27 should be enough. But just in case, let me take one coal. If it gets really cold, then we can use the coal to defeat the cold. Oh, it's a bit windy. Okay, it's a bit windy. Well, there you go, windy enough. Yeah, -12. Temperature isn't... The overall temperature isn't that bad. But the wind chill, yeah, the wind chill is a problem. Okay. So technically speaking, there's this corpse over here. We should be able to get 1 and a bit kilos out of this. Yeah. I won't bother with the hides and I won't bother with the guts, because we can get guts from bunnies much more easily. But you do want the meat. Just a quick note, there is a difference between using the hatchet and the knife on a frozen corpse. So when the corpse is frozen, the hatchet is much more effective than the knife. if you have the hacksaw, that is the most effective on a frozen corpse. So that is a bit of a trick that you can use. So if you don't happen to have a good knife, the one thing you can do is let the corpse freeze altogether and then use a hacksaw. Because you can find hacksaws in Interloper. That was close. You can find hacksaws in Interloper, but you can't find knives or hatchets. So it is a bit of a trick. One of the problems is that you can't see around you. So you can't see behind you right now. So the wolf could be there. Not likely, but it could be there. Quick survey. It's gonna be there. Excellent. Let's continue onwards. We'll leave the wolf be. And we'll go on our own merry way. I did bring a coal and I did bring some sticks. The torch has unfortunately gone out, but you look at this temperature, yeah. As long as we stay outside the wind, we seem to be okay. So if we can just make sure that we're not carrying meat while we're processing. Wolves also don't come this way very often. As long as we drop the meat that we harvest, we shouldn't attract too much attention. But yes, it is a bit of a problem that you can get assaulted while harvesting. So unless you have a campfire to keep you safe, you definitely want to be cautious in terms of how much meat you harvest. So if we go over here, we're actually warm, as long as we stay outside the wind. And I think the corpse is in a spot where we can do that. Perfect. So we're covered from every direction except that one. Anyway, let's go. 48% frozen. Let's get the hide first. So the hides you want to get before they freeze, because you can get them by hand. Now it's gone to 59% frozen. Excellent. So now it's time to break out the hatchet. You can do the same trick here, but it is actually better to use the knife, or the knife equivalent. And as you can see, we can't actually harvest by hand on a frozen corpse. Anyway, go over here. By knife it will be 1 hour and 30 minutes, but by hatchet it's only about 30 minutes. So if we do 3 sessions of 30 minutes each, we should be good. And always drop all the meat immediately, otherwise you will attract attention. I'm only doing this here because I know that this is not a place that's frequented too often by the wolves. So the wolves generally hang around down there or over there. Oh, I shouldn't have got the hide. I did say I wasn't going to get the hide. That was a bit of a waste of time.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
Yeah, that was a bit of a... Yeah, I don't have a torch. Can't start a fire, can I? No, it's too late. Okay. Let's get the flare gun just in case.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
There is a very good chance that we'll run into a wolf. And we are slightly overloaded as well. Okay, and also while we're here. Anyway, I'll have the energy bar. I was hoping to carry the fire and cook some of the meat while I was harvesting. Oh shit. Oh shit, that is the problem. They were attracted to me. And I'm heavy. Let's see if we can't go through here. So this is risky. So we could light a torch if we had to. Or you can alternatively light a flare. So yeah, I'm gonna light a flare. It seems a bit wasteful, but I know that we can get more flares. And now, we should also be able to use this flare to start a fire, if we have to. There is another corpse up there. So the difference between torches and flares is that flares count as campfires. That means that no wolves will ever assault us while the flare is going. Okay, let's see. 17 minutes, that's good enough. The flare should last that long. There you go. I think, looking at that, these flares may last an hour. So basically, because we have the flare, we're assault proof against any wolves. If we had a torch, that could blow out or anything like that, but flares cannot be blown out. So effectively it acts like a mobile campfire. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna drop the ones that are less than 1 kilo. Let's get inside. A bit of a waste. A bit of a waste of flare, but at the end of the day, another bit of homemade soup. I think that's a bit of a bug. So I think you're only meant to get 1 homemade soup. What I think will happen is that if I pick that up, then this one will either disappear or they'll merge together. Anyway. So we got the deer hide anyway, by accident. So again, similar to bunny hides, you just drop it and it will cure. It doesn't show here, but eventually we'll get a recipe or a blueprint, if you want to call it that, to craft some pants. So, when it comes to clothing, the bunny skins allow you to craft a hat, a mitt, whereas the deer hides allow you to craft pants and boots. Socks, thermal underwear, and inner clothing can't be manufactured. You have to scavenge it. Same with ear wraps. So you can craft some bearskin or wolf skins to go on these slots. There's also a moose that will give you either a cloak or a satchel that goes on this slot. But that's not available in story mode. So pretty much in story mode, episode 1 gives you this, the rabbit skin hat and mitt. Episode 2 gives you the pants and the boots. And maybe, I believe, a wolf skin coat. I think you also get a wolf skin coat over here. Anyway, we've done all the looting. We should cook it. We may want to cook it now or we may want to cook it later. Let's see, do we have any food? Right, so I didn't end up using any. We have a bit of food. I did eat an energy bar. Definitely, yeah, we definitely want to. We definitely want to cook the meat. And also, our clothing is in good condition, right? Nothing yellow or anything like that? Excellent. Alright. So I probably should have used the flare to start the fire.
I could eat anything right now.
But what we'll do is I'll show you how this gets cooked. So yes, let's show off the 6-pot stove. Right now we have an infinite fire, so we shouldn't have to use the stove, but I show it off just so you can see how powerful it is. Yeah, we have the pot over here. Let's get a few sticks. And I'll start a fire. So you can't use the mag lens indoors, unfortunately. Although you can start the fire outside when it's clear, and then bring the torch inside to start the fire indoors. So if you're playing on Survivor, the stoves are amazing. They allow you to sextuple your fuel. So whereas normal campfires can cook 2 slots at a time, stoves can cook 6 slots at once. That's 6. That's 3. So you can just drop it and right click to pick it up and then just directly put it there. Alternatively, you can click on the slot itself and then just go through the menu. That will take about 56 minutes, 58, that is perfect. Although we do probably want to cook this. That's about 3 kilos there. Then we'll have another 2 kilos outside. It is clear though, it is clear. $53. Alright, let's get a drink. Also, while we're doing that, we might as well do some water. Yeah, because I think we'll be leaving before... Actually, let me just make it 1 hour. Let's drop the unsafe water here before I forget. Perfect. So the plan is to watch over these guys cooking, finish them off, and then replace them with these guys over here. What we'll do is we'll have just enough fuel to cook all these 5 pieces of meat. So by the time we come back, they should be cooked nicely. Okay, we should probably craft some torches. These guys are curing nicely, and these guys are basically done. Excellent. So that's 32 minutes. So I'll probably cut while this is doing, while I'm passing time. So I'll probably edit out the time where I'm waiting. Okay, that's all cooked. And if you leave it too long, it will burn, of course. $57. $38. This could be risky. Yeah, so that should last. So we'll keep it at 54 minutes. 56, that is perfect. Do I need more torches? No, that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So 51, 54, that shouldn't burn. That'll be 17 minutes and about 20 minutes. Okay, that shouldn't burn. If it does, then too bad. And the water should be done as well. Ah, 3 minutes. Okay, let's have a bit of food. Now, I believe there is a note. Yeah, there is a note here. Winter forecast. So basically, things are going to be cold for the foreseeable future. That means Granny's in trouble. Now, what that means is that will give us another side quest. Yeah, as you can see there. What that side quest does is it requires us to give her another 10,000 calories. Plus a whole bunch of fuel. So we could give her the meat right away. But I think we'll find enough rotten food around to meet her needs. Alright, I'm gonna drop all these guys outside, because I do remember that there's a whole bunch of meat at the farmhouse. Yes, things are still clear. Even though it is a bit risky to go when you have no energy, and therefore can't sprint. As long as it's... yeah, given that it's calm, we should be okay. Plus we have a fire, so... and we don't have any smell. So we should be okay. Let's go to the farmhouse. And there should be a pleasant surprise for us there. There's a wolf there. Yep, we'll chase it away. Yeah. While it's howling, you want to... don't get too close, by the way. Don't get too close to the wolves. Because if you get physically close, it doesn't matter what you're carrying, they will attack you. They will go straight into the attacking animation and that's it. Regardless of whether you're carrying a fire or anything else. They will just come at you. That's why turning corners is so dangerous. Because you might find yourself face to face with a wolf. Okay, so let's make it to the farmhouse. And I think we may have to sleep there. But yeah, if we haul back all the deer meat that we left at the farmhouse, we should be able to meet Granny's 20,000 calorie needs. But I think we should save that for the time being, just in case we need to consume it. It doesn't matter whether you give Granny rotten food. Apparently she has guts of iron, so she's fine eating rotten food. We on the other hand might get sick, so yeah, save that for Granny. Oh yes, yes, and pick up more sticks. There is no fuel over there, by the way. Aha, and I think conditions will deteriorate shortly. I'm not sure if it's scripted, but every time I've come to the farm as part of episode 1, I've run into a blizzard. I've always had to spend the night there. Okay, so this guy, yeah, I don't think he has a key. There is supposed to be a key that is supposed to spawn somewhere. But I believe it may not be there right now, or it may not be necessary.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah, okay, so somebody killed that guy and then bled all the way here. Ah, we seem to have caught a bunny. Let's save that. Let's step inside.
That scarf wrapped around your arm. Where'd you get it?
You're never gonna find her.
What did you do to my friend?
We burned them all, you know, in the old school. It was so easy, we just shoved them in there and locked the door.
You monsters.
It just happened. All the lights went out, damn bus lost control and crashed into the tunnel. Brought the roof down on us. Barely crawled out of there alive. Hell, some didn't. People all hanging around trying to get warm after the power went out. All huddled together, scared and freezing. Oh man, I would like to have seen that. But we sure warmed them up.
You're a bastard.
That's about right. We put them all in the old schoolhouse so we could keep an eye on them. And then something happened to the lights. The power. It was like sparks everywhere and then fire. Your scarf lady found us while the school was burning. She tried to help get them out, but it was already too late. Smoke already did him in. She fought like hell to try and get him out. She stuck a knife or a screwdriver, I'm not sure, into one of our guys. It cut me too. And then ran out into the blizzard.
Where did you see her after that?
You want to know about your lady? Help me first.
Damn it, tell me where she is.
We caught up, but she's a fiery one. Still had the knife. Yeah. got me real good, you can see. We tried to stop her, but she ended up on the bus. Somehow, she was small enough to crawl through the crushed part. She got away. Whatever good it's gonna do her.
If you so much as heard...
We barely clipped her wings. She wasn't hurt too bad.
Not hurt too bad?
All right, she was bleeding. A bit. No way out of here now. The roads are all blocked. You'll never find her.
You have no idea how stubborn I am.
I told you what I know. Are you gonna help me or what? Pull this knife out of me. It's stuck in deep, and I can't feel anything below my waist. I need it out.
You go after the old lady in the house, too? As well as letting those people in the school burn to death?
Hey. You think they put me on that bus for my good behavior? That's the bus to Black Rock.
Black Rock?
Yeah, you know. Black Rock Federal Pen. Where they put the worst of the bad people. The bad people, bad people. People too bad for the mainland. It's like an old penal colony or some damn thing. You know there's no easy way for us to get back.
Imagine how lucky you are. All those people in Milton, scared, dying, and you getting to live.
So we do get given a choice to pull the knife or to push it. It has no long-term consequences, unfortunately.
You don't deserve help.
But let's save him.
Here.
Oh! Whew. Oh, that's better. Now, I'll just sit here for a while. I think I'm warming up.
Yeah, the game put the torch out. Exactly the same way it put it out at the bus. And now I think there is a blizzard outside. Yep, I think it's a bit scripted. So there's literally no way that I could have kept the fire going. Oh, actually, I could go back in the blizzard, and it wouldn't matter how much meat I have. Okay, but can't do anything there. Did we get a knife? No, we didn't get to keep the knife, unfortunately. There is some light here. There is a bit of loot to be had, and there is a pry bar. So I think now remember that the pry bar is probably story-based. So we are supposed to come here in order to get the pry bar. There you go. That's exactly what Grandma wanted. Got a bit of cash. I think we do find another lantern somewhere here. Yes, I could use some lights, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there's no way to keep the torches. So even if it started a fire outside,
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
the blizzard would have put it out. So, do I have a... No, I don't have a lantern. May find a lantern over here, if I'm lucky. There you go, some mittens. I don't see one. Some water. Okay, so there are a few lootables. There is a good chance that there is a lantern here. Bloody hell. Let me dump some of this stuff. So you do want to loot this place. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, we can't pick up that lantern. That's annoying. So we can wait until tomorrow, by the way. We can wait until tomorrow. There is meant to be a lantern somewhere around here. Bit of cash. Did I see a can opener? I think I saw a can opener somewhere. Yeah, there is a bit of food here. Okay, I was sure that there'd be a lantern here. So none of that is amazing. It's decent, but not amazing. Oh, here we are. There's a lantern. Perfect. Okay, so let's do a little bit of loot and then get some sleep. Okay, nothing below him. So yes, I'm a little ambivalent. He doesn't die, but should we have saved him? Because remember, we're about to leave a whole bunch of food and fuel with Granny. So if this guy does get up, then he may well decide to rob Granny again. That is a terrible thing. I mean, she does have a gun, but it's still a bit risky. And let's be honest, he doesn't deserve to live. And yes, I wish I could burn the Canadian flags for fuel. I wish. But unfortunately, the game is very patriotic. Okay, a whole bunch of books. So this place has a whole bunch of books you can... You can if you want to hold them back all the way to Grandmother's house.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Peanut butter. It's a bit stale, so it may well go towards Granny's calorie requirements. Okay, can open here. And a bit of tea. And tomato soup. Okay, great. Anything below here? Tinder. Okay, so we had 39 kilos.
Too heavy.
Right, let's... here we are, there's a note. There's a candy bar and a note. So basically, people haven't been paying the bills. A single roast hip. Amazing. And quite a lot of food. Quite a lot of food. Way more food than you find on survival. So yeah, well worth coming over here. And that's about it. We may have to loot the room. Oh yes, I have a book. Do I have a few books? Yeah, let's dump all those papers. We have plenty. Oh yes, and also, neighbor's note. Somebody's gone missing. Okay, we have plenty of papers back home. We should be okay. So we'll we'll give this place a once over. We found the chook down there. Nothing, is that it? No, nothing there. Okay, the briefcase. Some wool socks again. Nothing in the rear. Ah, matches. Perfect. You can never have enough matches. Plenty of books over here. Well worth picking them up just in case they're hiding something behind them.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Nothing below here. Excellent. So yes, definitely check below things, including below the bed over here. And inside here, yes, of course, there's a ski jacket. Aha, trail boots. So there's nothing there, but there is a container. Excellent, that's basically everything looted. Let's save some fuel. It is about midnight. Let me dump all this meat outside. So hopefully the morning will be clear. That way we should be able to start a fire and cook all this meat. Meat preserves better outside. And also cooking gives you 50% condition. So when you cook meat, it increases the condition by 50%. So it's okay if the meat rots. You can take meat that's completely rotten down to 0%, but if you cook it, it will go up to 50%. Quite nice. 38. So we are carrying a bit of a few things, let's just say. Let's just leave that here. Yeah. Okay, we need some sleep. I'll get about 6 hours. One thing that I've noticed is that dawn seems to be a good time to actually use the mag lens. So when the sun is about here, it tends to be clearer than at other times. So the weather may take a turn for the worse, but dawn tends to be clear more often than not, so I'm gonna sleep for about 6 or so hours. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. See you soon.